everybody? What's up? And I'm back and we are live. Good evening. So go ahead, for those of you that are logging on, go ahead and grab the link that's in the comments that's starred right now. Good evening, Sally, Renee, Shammy Sham. If you guys would tag and share, let's make sure we're tagging and sharing. I am really, really hoping that you all are subscribed to my channel, the Bling TV channel, so that you know when I'm going live. So as you're logging on, y'all go ahead and let me know what city, what state, and or what country you're logging in from. I'm going to go ahead and try to grab this link because people are always telling me, oh my gosh, I forgot. Now, how y'all forget? You got to set the alarm, ring the alarm, sound the alarm, right? When you know that we are live. Thank you, Renee, for letting everybody know that book club has started, okay? Let everybody know book club has started. Good evening. Carol Jackson is joining us from Dover, Delaware. All right, who else is on the line with us? Let us know. I am getting ready to try to send out this link one more time so that everybody knows that we are live. I don't know why people often say, oh my God, I don't know, I forgot. All right, book club is important. Why is book club is important? Because number one, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And you know what's so crazy? I even think about this, that there's oftentimes that people will not be with me in business and they won't get on book club as if the business has anything to do with them being on book club to grow and for us to learn together. It has nothing to do with me being connected to anyone in business. Personal growth and development is for anyone all over the world, whether you want to grow with, whether it's ministry, whether it's in your marriage, whatever the case may be. You know, I want everybody to understand that just because you may not be in business with me does not mean that you cannot join book club. So good evening for you all. Maybe you don't know me. My name is Nina Moore, and I'm very excited that you have joined us here tonight on book club. And I'm going to give you a few more details in just 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure we get it all out to everyone that book club is live. I want to make sure that everybody, thank you, Sally, for sharing that link. Because everybody, you know, it's so much greater when we're able to grow together. Thank you so much for sharing that link. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure she knows to send this to, okay. So, all right, there you go. All right, so I am excited, you guys. We are reading The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. It is a totally amazing book. Remember that you guys need to grab the link. If you want to come into the studio, grab the link, which I'm going to put in here. Oh, that's not the link that I want. Let's take that out. Let's go ahead and get this invite link. If you want to come into the studio, grab this link. So maybe I can get 1 or 2 people to come into the studio with me before we get started to let everybody know why they're loving this book, what this book is doing for you before we get started. But I need you to do it quickly. So there's the link right there. Hello to Neil, Sean Dunnigan, Mary Powell, Tedra Gordon, Marguerite, Kelly from Canada, Crystal Baldry. Thank you so much. All right, y'all, grab that link. If you would head on over to the studio with me, I would love to get you to let everybody know that's been watching, or maybe that this is their first time watching, maybe they're watching the replay, as to why you love book club, or why do you even love this particular book. We're reading again The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. So if you could click on that link, it'll bring you into the studio. All I ask is that you're dressed. You're not laying in a bed. You're not looking like you're about to take a shower. You're not in the bathroom. Okay. And then we'll bring you on that you've got good lighting. Good evening, Deborah Moore. And we'll bring you guys on into the studio. I just need 1 or 2 people. Y'all gonna stop acting scary. All right. I need 1 or 2 people to come on into the studio with me. Good evening, Sound the Alarm Network. I'm always saying, sound the alarm, right? So we are live here on YouTube. Maybe you're watching it live. Maybe you're watching the replay, whatever the case may be. I pray that you will enjoy what you're hearing today. So we're all the way into chapter 2, one more and living in your matrix. And I don't know about you all, but last week's book club, good evening, John. Good evening, Charlene. Last week's book club was off the chains as we started to really unfold that matrix. And I mean, are we really living in the matrix right now? Right? Are we presently in the matrix? Welcome back, Raynell. We speak and bind all the things that's going on at work that keeps you from being here with us on book club. Book club is for men and women, right? And I'm one more time, y'all, going to ask who wants to come into the studio. I can't believe y'all are acting like y'all don't want to come talk tonight in the studio with me. But we're in deep into chapter 2, where we've been talking about the matrix. We've been talking about your matrix helps you see what you want to see. Your matrix helps you see. Let me see if I can type that. Your matrix helps you see. Hold on, let me spell it right. Helps you see what you want to see. Your matrix helps you see what you want to see, and then it goes to work to influence your actions. See, and then it goes to work to influence your actions. I don't like y'all being all timid now. That's not what we do on book club. All right. So your matrix helps you see what you want to see. Good evening, Monique. And then, typo. Sorry, y'all. And then it goes to work. Oh, I just really messed that all up. Okay, let us try that again. I wish I could copy it. I can't copy that. That is not what I spelled it all wrong. Okay, so your matrix helps you see what you want to see, and then it goes to work to influence your actions. Your matrix, again, I'm going to say it one more time, helps you to see what you want to see, and then it goes to work to influence your actions. Okay? So we talked about the RAS, which is the reticular activating system, right? The things that we are literally programming ourselves to want to know, to learn, to do, to grow. All of that is happening through our own matrix, okay? So we left off with saying it requires focus and patience. Let me go back. Here's a one more thinker key takeaway. Thank you so much right now. Here's a one more key thinker takeaway. This is from last week. When you can train your matrix to take your subconscious thoughts and marry them to your consciousness, you become intentional. When you can train your matrix to take your subconscious thoughts and marry them to your consciousness, you become intentional. Intentional is a good word. So can we get two people? I want somebody to define the word matrix and someone who may define the word intentional. And I need you to come into the studio. Don't just put it in the chat. I need you to come into the studio. Y'all know what we do here on Book Club. I need someone to define the word matrix, come into the studio, and someone else to define the word. Let me go ahead and get this one because this one's the right one. Your matrix helps you see what you want to see, and then it goes to work to influence your actions. So I'm waiting on two people to come on into the studio. One's going to give us the definition to matrix, and one's going to give us the definition to intentional, right? It requires focus and patience. Oh, wait, let me go back. I talk a lot about being intentional, and now you know how and why the process works. Now we know what? We know how and we know why. Okay? Why and how the process works. It requires focus. It requires patience. However, if you can master this skill, your matrix will align with you to reveal information. It will reveal people and opportunities to help you achieve your standards and goals. It will what? It will what? Align with you to reveal information, people, and opportunities to help you achieve your standards and your goals. What's so crazy? Yes, intentional is to be done on purpose, right? So I intend to help 1,000 people, or I intend to help 100 people earn a six-figure income. That's an intention. That doesn't mean that that is my now intention and then I sit back and just wait for it to happen. No, you're doing it on purpose. I intend to lose 50 pounds or get back into this dress or whatever. It's intentional. We can't just say it out of our mouths. We can't even think one product, a surgery, any of those things are going to just do it all by itself. It has to be an intention of ours. So now we're going to train our matrix to get what we want. All right. Let's type that in. We're going to train our matrix to get what we want. Somebody, this is so good. We're going to train our matrix. I can't believe y'all are not coming into this studio. I am shocked. But we're going to train our matrix. We're going to train our matrix. Can somebody take that studio link, copy it, and then paste it? Come on, Crystal. Thank you. Like I'm so shocked and surprised. Good evening. You got to unmute your mic. Yeah, it's muted. Try it again. Try one more time. Yeah, it's saying your mic is muted and I didn't mute you. Hold on. Yeah, it says that you might need to edit your. Oh, there you go. You're
under there now.
Yep.
Good evening from Tallahassee, Florida.
Good evening. What you got for us?
Okay, so I have for with intentional. I think someone had already dropped it, but done on purpose or deliberate. Just an example is intentional wrongdoing and harm. So done on purpose or deliberate. That's for intentional.
Do you have anything for? Okay, I think we got another person coming up. Let's bring us all into the stream. Hold on. I think Laterica Womack is Laterica. Is it Laterica? I see that she's trying to come into the stream. I don't see camera on. Laterica, are you there? Laterica? All right. To enter the studio, Monique, just click the link that I starred. Let me put it right here underneath again. Because I really want people to hear how you guys are. So, Crystal, while we're waiting on someone to come on and talk about the matrix, it can be defined as the cultural, social, or political environment in which something develops. Whoa, that one's good. Crystal, how are you feeling about this particular book, The Power of One More, Ed Mylett? What do you feel about this book?
So, I came in a bit late, but I went ahead and I am waiting for mine to come. But in the interim, there was a great preview that was available, 32 pages. So I was able to at least get going with that. But, anything that I see that you put out, I'm going to make sure that I'm grabbing. And I had to be on book club. This is only my, I think, third book club since you've been, sharing with everybody. But I had to be on today because I really do want to, get aligned. And intentional is a word that means a lot to me right now. I made some major changes today, thanks to picking up and learning some things from you over the last several months, but specifically the last 2 weeks. And I'm being intentional now. So I really want to get my matrix together. And I guess somebody may come on and talk about that a little bit, what it, really, really means. But one of the definitions that meant a lot to me was the arrangement of connected things. And for me, really getting connected and staying aligned means a lot. So that's my personal definition for matrix and what I'm taking with me on my journey.
Crystal, that was good. The arrangement of connected things. So is it safe to say that oftentimes we'll have the information that we need, but sometimes we're standing outside of the matrix looking at it from outside?
Most definitely, and afraid to kind of connect because your intentionality hasn't been there. So and I'm just speaking from the mirror to the one in the mirror, and probably others who probably feel and think the same thing. You're just so disconnected from being intentional or putting things into practice. Because for me, intentionality also goes into putting things into practice and then moving moving forth with them and staying connected. And one of the things that I really learned every time I listen to you and to people like Marguerite Saison is just really not just staying close to the fire, but getting in there. Not even sometimes being afraid to get a little bit burned, but really getting in there and staying intentional. And I have to stay connected.
That's so good. So I think what you're saying is helping a lot of people, because I know, because you're a businesswoman. You've had businesses that have done very well. You've had businesses that didn't do well, right? I mean, that's business, right? But you're a businesswoman, you and your family, you've had several businesses. Let me ask you a question. There was a time when you thought you were doing, like, you thought you were being intentional. You thought you were. So can you help somebody else that might think that they're doing all the right things? They might think they're connected. They're saying it with their mouth. I am connected. I'm doing it. I'm on the thing. I'm on the, I mean, you were on the trainings. You were on the, but you still weren't connected. Like there was still something. What caused you to see that you really weren't, like, you were in the parking lot with the uniform on, but you never came into the gym and got on the court? Like, can you, what was the thing, the aha, the epiphany, the thing that helped you to say, okay, no, Crystal, you're not on the court and you're not in uniform and you're saying present but not there. And now you realize, you just said it, in the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, that okay, like, I'm learning now. I was not intentional, but I'm intentional now. And you're seeing a whole turnaround in things happening for you, because you're, but what was the thing that caused you to say, okay, I thought I was, but now you realize you were outside of the matrix looking in? Can you help somebody that might be listening right now?
Most definitely. It's like you can go to the store and you can buy the colors of the uniform of all the players who are actually on the team, but you're not really a part of the team. You're just like, putting on a show saying, I'm going to show up in my green and black like the rest of the team. I'm going to get an iron on and even put on my own little stamp, but I don't have the authentic one. And so for me, I was not wearing the actual uniform of the team. I was an imposter. I had went and created my own, but I wasn't following exactly what the team was doing. And even though I had some success doing that, I was not able to have even teammates who I dearly love. I have one that I see that's on here now, but I wasn't doing anything that she could emulate. I wasn't doing anything that the other guys could emulate because I was just a copy. I wasn't the original. I wasn't what the actual team was doing. So for me, it didn't sync up. And what the epiphany was, I want to be able to help people. I can't help people if I'm not being authentic. I can't help people if I'm not connected the proper way. I can't help people if every action that I'm taking is not authentic. I was not being genuine. And for me, it was kind of hard to look in the mirror and say that because I've always prided myself on, okay, I'm doing the right thing, I'm being ethical, but I really wasn't. And when I really looked at that, I was not doing things that others would be able to emulate. And it even, it hurt myself because I got so used to being successful, but just full transparency, making no income claims or talking about anybody else, just me. Going from making double figures, tens of thousands of dollars in a month, down to figuring out, oh, my bank account's a negative $22. That was a hit. And I'm like that because I wasn't helping enough people. And we all know when God gives us something, we've got to maximize that. And I was not honoring the things that God was giving me. And that's what I had to learn. And that's when I had to say, I'm locking myself in, and it's time to unlock it and get out of the car, go into the actual game, and wear the real uniform. So that's where I am now.
What's so powerful? First of all, let me just go ahead and give you, like, your I gotta give you kudos, because one, that's not easy to admit, right? Especially someone who's as accomplished as you are. You're smarter than me, literally. No, you really are. So I tell all the time, I tell people, like, y'all got more degrees than me and stuff, right? But it's really, so you're hitting on some things. You are lit, you are like pounding on some things, because you could mimic whatever you heard.
Right.
And I watch people that, oh, they can mimic it, right? You also, so it's two things I want to talk about before, because this is so good, I don't think we can let up right now. You could mimic. If you heard me say something, you could mimic it, but then there was still nothing happening from the mimicking. That's
Right.
number one.
Exactly.
Then number two, the other side to that is, oh, tell me I did not forget what I wanted to say, right? You could mimic, Um, and then, like I said, but then you also got caught in managing, trying to just manage the people that were connected to you.
Right.
Just, I'm gonna just let me take all their calls. And it made you feel like you were working.
Right.
Ah!
Feel like, yes.
Made you feel like you were working because you were like, well, I mean, I talk to them every day. And I do X, Y, and Z with them all the time. But then there's no growth in your personal, there was no growth in your team. But you were mimicking or thought you were mimicking
Exactly.
what you heard and saw. Can you kind of address those two things?
Most definitely. And it was just like what you just said, anybody, I shouldn't say anybody, but I was me, very good at actively listening. So I can hear whatever Mrs. Moore is saying. I can hear what Mr. Bell is saying. I can hear what Mrs. Marguerite is saying. I can hear what Mr. Paul is saying, Joseph, Tiana. However, if I'm only hearing with the two ears and I'm not really letting it soak in so that I can pour it out into someone else, it means nothing. It's fruitless. And that's what the really thing was for me. Everything was becoming fruitless because my main goal is to help other people. Being at even negative $22 did not scare me because I know how to make money. But my bigger thing is, how am I helping somebody else who may not know how to do those things? So that for me was the bigger thing. My bigger why had to come out. And I think I may have even shared with you, I stopped showing up to some of the calls that were being done and different things like that because I was like, how long is Mrs. Moore going to have to keep pouring into me? And again, I'm only going to reference myself, going to have to keep pouring into me, and I'm not pouring back. Why is she putting in so much effort, having the book clubs, having different meetings, inviting people to her home when I'm not showing up properly? I'm not doing anything to help anybody in a real way, not being impactful. So I had to step aside. And when you take that hard look in the mirror at yourself, and I took it at myself, something had to change. So for me, when a new opportunity came about, to make sure that I'm showing up the right way and I'm not just putting on the fake uniform with my iron on in the pink, I'm really here, wearing and representing the proper way, things became better. And I like who I'm seeing in the mirror now versus even 3 weeks ago, versus even last week. So I'm more not just close to the fire, but I'm adding to it. I'm making sure that those embers are staying bright by making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's why I'm just so grateful to all of you.
Well, thank you so much. This is so powerful. I see and feel a huge difference in you, from you. You communicate with me a lot more and a lot differently now. And so I'm very, 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 I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what's to come. I know what it is that you desire. And I believe now that you've been able to take a really good hard look in the mirror. And now you've made the decision which pill you were going to take, right? You're
Right.
like, doing that blue pill. I ain't doing that one, right? You made a decision what pill you're going to take. Thank you. I believe that beyond the book, your testimony has just helped a lot of people. And so I want to thank you for your transparency and thank you for coming on into the studio. So thank you, y'all. Give her kudos. Thanks, Crystal. All right, now we gotta actually write some of the book. That was powerful, you guys. That was so powerful. You guys give Crystal Boundary some encouragement in the comments. And you see why it's so important, you guys, for you all it's important to come into the studio. You never know what's going to happen. You really never know what's going to happen. So Crystal, they are very excited and proud of you. They're saying thank you so much, you're really helpful. So now we're going to train our matrix, you guys, to get what we want. And I want to tell you guys, can I have a transparent moment? I've been doing book club now for about 4 years. And let me see, 20 to this is 2023, since 2018. So almost 5 years now. And Sham, Lanisha, Sally, Renelle, Toby, Tedra, Marguerite, Sean Dunnigan, Tennille, there were times when I felt like maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe nobody really wants to be on book club. Maybe this is pointless. And I will tell you, I've had book club when there were 2 people present, and I've had book club when there were 50 people present. And now we on average, about 40 a week, maybe 40 to 45 a week. And there was a part of me that almost was like, I'm just going to stop book club. But I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that the reason why book club was started was because I didn't like to read. But I also realized that I was never going to earn more than I would learn. And so I found a way to make reading enjoyable. I found a way to help people want to dive into the pages, right? And I found a way by reading it to you. So I'm so glad that you don't technically have to have the book. But if you have the book, I'm certain that it would be even more beneficial for you. But you guys, people don't often always like to read. And I just believe, thank you, Raynell, that just like I know how to make vegetables a certain way for people to enjoy them and they'll eat them, that is what my desire is for book club, because I know that we're never ever going to earn more than we learn. Okay, so here we are. Let's train our matrix to get what we want. Who's ready to train their matrix to get what they want? Who's ready to train their matrix to get what they want? Who's ready? Who's ready? So the next and most obvious question then becomes, how do I train my matrix to get what I want? There are simple and concrete ways to do this. We start by planting a seed in our matrix. Write the vision, right, Sally? Write the vision, Jason. Write the vision, Shammy, Marguerite, Charlene, Sean Dunnigan, write Raynell, Mary Powell, Crystal. Write the vision to Neil, Lanisha. Make it plain. There's a simple and concrete way to do this. You start by planting a seed in your matrix. Think about a situation that you want to influence. For example, I want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, type it in the chat. How much weight do you want or need to lose? Next, give more directed thought to the specific outcome that you want. In this case, I want to lose 20 pounds over the next 6 months. So now not only do you have to say, I want to lose weight. Now I need you to type in, I want to lose 50 pounds over the next. Now let's go one bigger. Let's go one bigger. Be very specific now. I want to lose 40 pounds over the next 6 months. Or I want to lose, 10 pounds over the next 2 months. I need to lose 50 pounds, what? Over the next what? No, I need you to be very specific. Call that timeout. Call it out, because you can't just leave a blanket statement out there. So I want to earn 6 figures over the next 90 days or whatever the case. I need you to be specific with it, right? There you go. Sean Bell, I want to lose 20 pounds in 30 days. Okay. I want to lose 25 pounds over the next 90 days. Let's be specific. Finally, now here's what I want you to do. I'm about to help all of y'all lose this weight along with my skinny juice, right? I'm about to help y'all lose this weight. Are y'all ready? Over the next 6 months. Here we go. Now I need you to create visualizations about how you ideally want that goal to play out. One, I need you all to visualize yourself 50 pounds lighter, 40 pounds lighter, 25 pounds lighter, 30 pounds lighter, 10 pounds lighter. Visualize it. 15 pounds in the next 30 days. Right now, I need you to see yourself 50 pounds lighter, 15 rather pounds lighter in the next. How are you going to feel? What are you going to wear? What is that going to look like? I want to earn $500 a week consistently. Okay, visualize that. All right, Toby, you know what we got to do. Let's go, right? Let's go. I want to lose 20 pounds in the next 60 days. Visualize it. How do you ideally want that goal to play out? Let your imagination hear. I need you to let your imagination hear the conversations, the actions, okay? the exercise, the foods, or the things that you need to utilize to make that come to pass. Okay? And other details you'll need to reach that goal. To lock in your matrix, you'll need to replay these things over and over and over again with intention. So if you know that you've got a weight loss goal every single day, it's got to be something you replay all the time, over and over and over again. Okay? When you do this, you're unleashing your matrix to go to work for you. One more thinkers. Also, put actions to these thoughts. Somebody ought to type that down. We put actions to these thoughts. All right. One more thinkers, put actions to these thoughts. It's not enough to mentally convince yourself. You can't wish your way to success. But we've got to put actions to our thoughts because it's not enough to mentally convince yourself. Now, I don't see enough people giving their goals, and I know there's a whole lot of people that got a weight loss goal. Write it out. And you know what? Some of y'all going to say, well, I'm not going to write it out because, I don't want to put it out there and then I don't do it. What? No, you're giving yourself a way of escape. That's a cowardly move. And what you're doing now is you're saying that I don't want to hold myself accountable. But we cannot wish it into existence. We've got to have some actions to our thoughts. Okay? So you say you want a dog. You love huskies, but you never noticed how many of them you see during the day until you set your mind to work, deciding that's the kind of dog that you want. Suddenly you see huskies everywhere. How about your dream car? Maybe all your life you've dreamed of owning a Porsche. It's one of those someday dreams with no actual timetable in place. Then your career takes off. You get a big raise, and someday Porsche dream starts to become real. You see online ads, TV commercials, and billboards for Porsches. Every time one passes you on the freeway, your brain fires off. You have a chance meeting with a guy who already drives a Porsche, and your matrix elevates your dream to an even higher state. When these things happen, your matrix has taken the first steps in moving you closer to what you want out of life. All right? So, your matrix and confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to interpret new evidence as the confirmation of your existing beliefs or theories. Let me say it again. Let me see if I can type that. Confirmation bias. Did I spell that right? No, I did not. We're typing too fast. Confirmation bias is the tendency, what did I say? To interpret new evidence as the confirmation of your existing beliefs or theories. All right, I think I did that right this time. All right, confirmation bias is the tendency to interpret new evidence as the confirmation of your existing beliefs or theories. Your matrix and confirmation bias are joined at the hip. Okay, let's put that down there. They're joined at the hip. When your matrix generates specific beliefs or outcomes, confirmation bias kicks in and reinforces those beliefs, further strengthening the effect. As this happens, any evidence or theories that undermine or could disprove what your matrix believes are undervalued. Confirmation bias is an extension of selective recall. Selective recall. You know how people will selectively hear or remember certain things. Most people selectively can recall the things that don't cause accountability. Did y'all hear that? Most people will selectively remember the things that don't cause any accountability. It's the things that cause accountability that people fascinatingly can't remember. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Selective recall. Because it's easier to be like, I mean, what? Uh-oh. Confirmation bias is an extension of selective recall. When you choose to remember things in a certain way that confirms what you're thinking, you'll be biased to the outcome you want to achieve. Sean Bell, let me say it again. Confirmation bias is an extension of selective recall. When you choose to remember things in a certain way that confirms what you're thinking. So number one, you're choosing to remember things in a certain way only when it confirms what you're thinking or how you feel. Then you'll be biased to the outcome that you want to achieve. Most people are looking for a way of escape. We tend to think that because something major happened in our lives, that gives us the escape to not do what we say we're going to do. Oh, well, it's just because X, Y, and Z happened, and I was so distracted. But you said you were going to do a thing. You'll be biased to the outcome you want to achieve because you choose to remember things in a certain way that confirms what you're thinking. You choose to make yourself feel good about the choice you wanted. Confirmation bias. The stronger your beliefs or the more emotionally charged an issue is to you, the stronger your confirmation bias and selective recall will be. Boom! I'm going to read that again. We got to walk through this a little slower than I thought. The stronger your beliefs or the more emotionally charged an issue is to you, the stronger your confirmation bias and selective recall will be. These embedded beliefs become stronger over time. Subconsciously, through repetition, your obsessions eventually become your possessions. Oh my gosh. Come on, y'all. Your obsessions eventually become your possessions. This is some kind of powerful. Your obsessions eventually become your possessions. When combined with intentional actions, come on, y'all, intentional actions, confirmation bias, and selective recall, your matrix drives you unrelentingly toward your goals. That means no matter what is going on in your life, you don't give yourself a pass. That's right, Jason. It does sound like the self-confidence formula. Same thing. It's amazing, Jason, that people will be like, well, you're sitting over there acting like you're heartless. I'm not heartless. I just heard what you said you wanted. And so Jason, I hear people say to me, no, this time, Nina, you're whatever you call me, Nina, Mrs. Moore, coach, I don't know. It doesn't matter, right? No, this time I'm for real. I'm serious this time, and I need you to hold me accountable. That's really not what people want. Because this is saying, no matter what is going on in my life, I'm surprised the numbers ain't dropped yet. I'm surprised ain't nobody hung up yet because this is tough today, right? So when combined with intentional actions, confirmation bias, and selective recall. Your matrix drives you unrelentingly toward your goals. The key is to make sure the right seeds are planted in your matrix. If you plant the wrong things, you'll harvest the wrong results. Be sure, there one, somebody left us, right? Be sure, and it's okay. Here's what I want y'all to know. It's okay. Not everyone is ready to face this is a book that's going to punch you in the face. This book is going to punch you in the face. The key is to make sure the right seeds are planted. But 2 more came back, y'all. Right? And when you plant the right seeds in your matrix, because if you plant the wrong things, you'll harvest the wrong things. Biased interpretations and memories can be powerful tools when you harness them the right way. In our respective worlds, we're inundated with confirmations daily. Social media is a prime example of an echo chamber that reinforces our beliefs. We gravitate toward what aligns with our thoughts and beliefs, and we often repel points of view that differ from our own. So, let me talk to all y'all people that be like, because I'm loyal. You're going to be loyal, but you really don't like something that somebody said, or you really don't like the way a play has to be run. At the end of the day, you're going to be loyal, but what you do is you found yourself a nucleus or a group that you can talk to that will agree with you so that you can vent first before you go do the action. Does that really make you loyal? Does that really make you like all in? Does that really make you? Because what you still got to do is what you've chosen to do is like go find somebody that'll listen to you fuss or complain about something before you really go do the action anyway. Because you still needed to get off how you thought and felt. Your amen corner. So we gravitate. This is we gravitate. That's more like a hypocrite, actually. We gravitate toward, you know what? At least the person that's acting a fool is publicly saying, I'm just going to act this fool right here. I think it's even worse when you say you in my corner, but you have your little sidebar stuff going on. Because you really like got to go run it over with the person that's in your amen corner now because you done found somebody who's negative like you. We gravitate toward what aligns with our thoughts and beliefs, and we often repel points of view that differ from our own. In recent years, the media has become an obvious example of confirmation bias. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, and others routinely express points of view that either confirm or enrage viewers based on their political leanings. Confirmation bias also minimizes a mental conflict known as cognitive dissonance. That occurs when a person is exposed to 2 contradictory beliefs, resulting in psychological stress or uneasiness. Confirmation bias helps avoid incongruent points of view and strengthens informative, reinforcing views that align with what we want to believe. Saddest part is we go to these amen corners who can't even help you get to where you say you want to be because they ain't never been there on their own. Your matrix is unique to you. Every person's matrix is unique. Just as no 2 brains are alike. I know that's, hey, Jason, you got my back? Crystal, I just want to know you got my back, right? She said, that's why I stay quiet. I just want, who got, Jason, you got my. I know Jason got my back. He ain't gonna let him. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. Where you at? The matrix is unique to you. Every person's matrix is unique. Just as no two brains are alike, the same holds true for your matrix as well. You are the one of a kind total of your memories, experiences, your thoughts, relationships, fears, ambitions, and more. That's why learning how to control your matrix is a solo journey. You can't be on the phone with somebody because it's a solo journey. You can't delegate this responsibility. It's up to you and only you. And keep in mind, confirmation bias heavily influences how your matrix behaves. Consider this. A Wall Street stockbroker has configured their matrix to find money in the vast array of financial markets. By slowing down and letting their matrix see opportunities, they see deals that someone who is not intentionally wired does not. Likewise, ponder the plight of a homeless drug addict on Skid Row. Even though they have no place to sleep and wonder where their next meal is coming from, they always find a way to get their next high. They've trained their matrix to find drugs. 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 And they become very good at doing it. So those things that you are not good at, those things that you may not be good at, this says that you can train your matrix to go find it. So let me give y'all a perfect example. Can I tell y'all something? Let me know if I can tell y'all something. Your matrix is different when you understand it. Yes. Can I tell y'all something? Let me tell y'all something. So we knew when we moved to Georgia, you guys, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't like moving. I really don't. I don't. But Carol, although I am so grateful to God. I love where we live, right? We knew that this wasn't the final destination in Georgia, right? We just needed to get here, really understand the lay of the land, right? Where we want to live, how far we want to be from the airport, all of those things matter. Okay. So we've been praying and saying, okay, what area are we going to go to? We ended up having to be somewhere in a part of the city today. And I was like, this part, it's just beautiful here. Like our concern is always schools for Paige, right now. But I'm like, oh, it's just beautiful here. I get home from being in that part of the city, which I don't really spend too much time in. I've been through there maybe once before. Paul and I are riding through. It's beautiful. It's in the almost 80s today, right? It's going to be almost 80s all week here in Georgia, right? And Paul is his first time riding through this area. Me and Paige have been through this area before, but it's Paul's first time. I get home, Sally, Carol Jackson, Shammy. I get home. And when I get home, I get a customer. Now on Sunday, I made sure I was intentional. Somebody put that in the chat. On Sunday, I was intentional about passing out my information to people, right? I gave my cards out to a few people. I'm in a new church right now. And I get a text message from someone, Marguerite said, I'm jealous, from someone that got my card in front of the church on Sunday. I was intentional. And today she purchased one of my products. She purchased a gallon of my product. But Marguerite, she lives in the area we had just been in today. And I've been praying for God to show us, well, what area should we go to? What area should we be in? I know that it's probably going to cost us more to go into that area, right? And today, as soon as we got home, I got a customer who lives in the area we had just left. When you control the matrix and you form it properly, you've got the right mind, train of thought. Come on, y'all. So Intention wire does not. Likewise, upon the plot, then the train the matrix to find the drugs, and they become very good at it. Both are living their realities. They have trained their matrix to elevate specific thoughts and opportunities consistent with their goals, and everything they run across tends to confirm they're moving toward their goals. In each case, their obsessions become their possessions. Their obsessions become their what? Their possessions become their obsessions become their possessions. Society may judge them differently, but is either right or wrong. Are they the result of how their matrix has impacted their lives? The point I make is that your matrix is yours. Your matrix is yours and yours alone. You control it, whether you're looking for your next big sleeper stock or a dime bag of heroin. And the longer your matrix sees things in a certain way, the more ingrained and intense your beliefs will become. Let me see our time. Where we at? Oh, we good. 9 minutes. Here's another example. If you're a quarterback, does it make more sense in a game to avoid receivers who are covered or look for receivers who are open? Y'all know football, right? So if the quarterback, what is he looking for? He's looking for a receiver that's open. When you train your mind to look for an open receiver, somebody ought to type that in. Train your mind to look for an open receiver. Like I've trained my mind to see hundreds of people on book club. I'm training my mind to see hundreds of people on book club. I'm training my mind to see hundreds of people on book club. I am training my mind to see hundreds of people on book club. I'm training it. It doesn't matter what it's looked like. It doesn't matter, but you now have to train your mind for an open receiver. When you train your mind to look for an open receiver, that's what your brain looks for instead of focusing on covered receivers. Rookie quarterbacks often struggle because they don't have the depth of experience planted in their matrix. But seasoned Hall of Famer quarterbacks like Joe Montana or Peyton Manning literally picked apart defenses. They were more deeply invested and embedded into believing they could control the action of the field because their world had slowed down and put them into their in-game matrix. Train your mind if you are in business and you need customers to look for open receivers in the customers. Maybe you need some business associates and affiliates. Train your brain. Stop being just a consumer in the market and train your brain to bring money in and stop throwing money out into the marketplace. I'll just spin. How about you take that energy that you've got to spend and use it to figure out how to bring money into the marketplace? Come on. Rookie quarterbacks do that. It's also how an experienced color analyst in the booth like Tony Romo or Troy Aikman can spot a blitz. They know what routes receivers are going to run and what the coverage will be even before the snap of the ball. Years of experience on the field now translates into interpreting in advance what's going to happen on the field for millions of viewers at a time. If you're a golfer, you filter out sand traps, water hazards, and out of bounds markers on every swing. You know exactly what you want to place the ball on every shot. And that's all your matrix allows you to see. What is your matrix allowing you to see? Let me type that one in. What is your matrix allowing you to see? Oh! Using the matrix also extends into your relationships. When you activate your matrix, you begin to see the qualities in people you want to have a relationship with instead of missing those people who were there all along. What is your matrix allowing you to see? What if instead of Huskies and Porsches and pass routes, you focused on creating more business prospects? You would begin to hear opportunities at work or on a sales call that you wouldn't otherwise, because your brain is now actively looking for these kinds of possibilities. You begin to see money-making opportunities that were always there but weren't filtered into your matrix before. So Paula tell you, Paula's on here. I wish maybe Paula come to the studio. We were at Painting with a Twist today, right? I saw a woman that was beautiful. She was beautiful. And I was thinking to myself, it's Atlanta, y'all. You know, I was like, she's probably had some body contouring, self-augmentation done, right? I'm not judging. I'm not saying anything negative about her. She looked beautiful. I wanted to make sure before we left there that she got my business card. And I found out that she calls herself the Faha Doctor. Hold on, y'all. Kick it out the studio. And I said, what I do would work well with what you do. She said, yes, I believe you're absolutely right. I'm going to take a look at what you do. I'm going to take a look at this because I think I can add this to what I already do. Because I am training my brain to be focused on creating more business prospects. What is your matrix allowing you to see? Your brain is now actively looking for these kinds of possibilities. You begin to see money-making opportunities that were always there, but weren't filtered into your matrix before. If you're an entrepreneur, you already train your brain to look for opportunities, not roadblocks. Let's type that in the chat. Entrepreneurs train their brain to look for opportunities, not roadblocks. Entrepreneurs train their brains to look for opportunities, not roadblocks. This is so good. You seek ways to connect two disparate services, products, or relationships in a way that will make you money. To some degree, your matrix filters out all of the people who are not good candidates for you to work with and instead focuses on the ones you are most compatible with. Think about what could happen if you become even more focused on this. Would the quality and quantity of your deals rise? Would you put more money in your pocket at the end of the year, day, week? Based on my experience, yes, you would. I'm a big believer that everything you need is already in you. I'm a big believer that everything you need is already in you. You just won't decide to do it. You won't just decide to lose the weight. You won't just decide to go get the customers. You won't just decide to go all in because you're waiting for an opportunity to be able to have an excuse to take your foot off the brake. But I'm a big believer that everything you need is already inside of you right now. Everything you need is already inside of you right now. You ought to type in, everything I need is already inside of me right now. Not later. Everything I need is already inside of me right now. Already inside right now. Everything I need is already inside of me right now. And if you can just put in the work, you will see it. Train your brain to see opportunities, not roadblocks. Because everything you need, everything I need is already inside of me right now. Oh, I wish I could finish this. I got one page left, y'all. Do y'all want me to finish this one page so that we can go to chapter 3? Or do y'all want me to wait till next week? Y'all let me know. I'm going to wait to see what y'all want me to do. Technically, it's 7 o'clock. But if y'all want me to finish this one page, I will go ahead and finish this one page. And then we'll go to chapter 3 next week. Long as y'all give me permission, I'm going to finish the one page. I am being respected. They like, oh no, finish it. Okay. Optimize. Now we're going to optimize our matrix. This is so good. I need 2 people to get ready to come into the studio when we're done. Okay? I'm going to post the link again. Let me see. Can I post that link again? I'm going to finish it. Yes. All right, let's go. I'm going to post this link again. 2 people get ready to come into the studio so that I'm not waiting at the end for you to get in the studio. Okay? I need 2 people to come into the studio. Optimizing your matrix. Your matrix is already hard at work, but is it working the right way on your behalf? Do you think about the things that will enhance your life? Or are you thinking about avoiding bad things that will detract from your life? There is a difference. Are you thinking about the things that will enhance your life? Or are you thinking about the things that will detract your life? There is a difference. Shifting your matrix mindset to a more positive framework removes fear and anxiety and replaces those thoughts with confidence and forward momentum. Confidence and forward momentum. To do this, 2 things are essential. First, you must intentionally elevate the quality of your thoughts. Frame them in the positive. Set your goals so that when you achieve them, you'll be excited about the outcome instead of breathing a sigh of relief that you avoided a crisis. Second, repeat, repeat, repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. You must continuously and constantly fill your matrix with the thoughts that you want. Let your beliefs become so embedded that you're not even aware that they exist. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not even aware that I could possibly fail. Ask Paul. Ask Paul. I don't know what failure is. As a matter of fact, Paul, if you can come in here so you can talk to the people for a hot second. Just come in the room. I don't know what failure is. I don't know. I mean, I'm certain it means that not everything kind of worked out the way that I thought, but I don't know what that means. I am so ready to just be like, it failed. You were already walking in. No, can you talk like let them know like this is real, what you live every day. What do you see?
Pray for me, y'all. Every day. Like she doesn't know fear. She doesn't know how to spell fear. But
it doesn't mean I'm not afraid.
No, it doesn't mean that. No,
it just means that I'm willing to do it in the presence of fear.
100%. Like, and her faith is on a whole nother level. Like where I'm the one that's to think about everything. My wife would just be like, "Hey, you just put an atmosphere and it's gonna happen," and it happens. It happens.
I walk away. And Paul will tell y'all I be like, "Oh, your faith ain't where mine." I just will walk away because I can't even have anything or anyone, even my spouse. Doesn't mean I don't love them. It just means that I can't be around when I know I'm up here. Okay.
That's not often anymore because I've understand within this past year that I've been off that I know that if there's something that if I have to think about it, like I'll keep it. I will never dampen where her faith is.
He won't.
I won't.
Because he know that I'll just be off in the la la land by myself anyway. It don't even matter. Because I don't, it's like, I didn't fail. It was a lesson. I might take a moment, right? Where I just need like a whole 10 minutes.
Just doesn't stay there.
But I don't stay there.
No. She don't know how to stay there.
All right. That thing is, all right. All right. So I just needed y'all to hear that because I want y'all to know like that's what I live out. It's not like something I'm faking. Okay. So let your beliefs become so embedded that you're not even aware that they exist. However, your matrix won't lose sight of them. In its way, your matrix will become your biggest ally and turn your thoughts into results. How many of y'all are ready to turn your thoughts into results? Right? Program your matrix through intentional, repetitious feelings, words, and visualizations. Be doggedly persistent if you want success. Do you really want success? Be doggedly persistent. Be doggedly persistent. Breaking it down further, activation also comes from preparation. Activation comes from preparation. Activation comes from preparation. Activation comes from preparation. Activation comes from preparation. Oh my God, y'all. Okay. This little paragraph right here. Are y'all ready? Renee Bryant, you're ready. Renee is so ready right now. I'm so proud of Renee Bryant. Breaking it down further, activation also comes from preparation, gathering knowledge, courage, permitting yourself to fail, giving yourself permission to chart your path, gratitude, and more. I want y'all to type 3 things you're grateful for in the chat right now. Type 3 things that you're grateful for. I don't care if you're coming back to watch this at a later time. You're not watching it live. I need you to type in 3 things that you are grateful for in the chat. Also, remove procrastination from your life. As Victor Kiam, an entrepreneur and former owner of the New England Patriots, said, procrastination is opportunity's assassin. I'm going to type that in while you guys are writing. Procrastination is opportunity's assassin. That's major right there. I gotta add another S to assassin. Procrastination is opportunity's assassin. All right. Conversely, change is the instigator of opportunity. Change is the instigator of opportunity. All right. Change is the instigator. Change is the instigator for opportunity. When it's time to dance with a pretty girl, you can't sit on the sidelines. Otherwise, another guy will be two-stepping with her in no time. And you'll just be left at the bar grumpy and drunk. A few things are more expensive than opportunities that you miss. You pay for them with regret, doubt, and lingering, haunting feeling of what could have been. English philosopher Francis Bacon once said, "A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds." A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. In the same way, one more thinkers are intentional about opportunities. They set their matrix in motion and hone this powerful tool through repetition. When you activate your matrix, somebody say it, activate your matrix. When you activate your matrix, you'll bend reality and find more opportunities that will reveal themselves to you in ways you would never have seen otherwise. Oh, this is so good. So we'll be starting chapter 3 next week. Can I get 2 people to come on into the studio? I told you I was waiting for 2 people to get in the studio. Come on, I need 2 people to get in the studio. 2. Give me 1. Give me your take on today's book club and what we read. Come on, y'all. Now we got to get off of here. I need y'all to move quickly. See, all of this is part of activating. Activate that matrix. Come on now. Activate your matrix. Is somebody coming into the studio? If not, I'm going to give y'all 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, Jason. Come on. Come on, Jason Jones. Come on, bruh. What's up?
Hey, Nita.
Oof.
This real brief. I found myself doing something every single day as far as like the self-confidence for me. you know, actually repetitionally like speaking to myself that things that I can do this, and that thing of everything that I need is right here in me now. It's one thing when another person says that to you, but when your creator is like, "Yeah, I gave it to you. So what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna sit on it, or you gonna let it die with you?"
Oh, that's
And I
so good.
decided I'm gonna live full, but I gotta die empty. So that's one thing that Les Brain said, and I was like, "Oh, that speaks volumes." But it's important not just for me, but everybody that gets connected to me, my family, friends, associates, everybody. But it really hinges on me changing my belief about me and about everything. And that's like an everyday process. It has to be.
That's
So
so good. What are you going to do with what God has given you? Well, you already know that you're to touch the masses. You just can't, you got to activate your matrix. That's all it is. The matrix is waiting on you.
right.
There you go. Thank you for jumping in the studio.
You all go. I was trying to get that. I'm like,
This is so crazy. Let's go. All right, let's bring Carol Jackson up. Come on, Carol.
Hey,
What's up, beautiful? What you got for us?
well, the procrastination part, I've really been working on that because when God gives me something to say, I don't always say it, and then it's a missed opportunity. So yesterday, I was given something. I just went on and did a live and said it. This morning, I went on, did a live and said it, and it was okay. It didn't kill me, So I just have to stop the procrastination.
Wow. How did you feel afterwards?
I felt great. I really did. I really did.
So, what did you think was going to happen, which was keeping you from doing what you knew you needed to do? What did you think was going to happen? You don't really know, right? It was
No,
just no.
no, I don't really know.
So now
Right,
maybe if you think about it like this, let's just because everything always has a coin has two sides, right? It can either fall on what? Heads or it can fall on tails. But no matter what, that coin is always going to have two sides.
right.
What if your perspective was instead of all of the things that could go wrong while doing this live, right? Nobody getting on. I might not know what to say. Maybe I'm going to, I don't know. What about the other side of the coin? Because for whatever reason, there are so many people that are only looking at one side of the coin.
This is true. I got a lot of interaction from doing it. That people were like, I was shocked at the interaction that I got. That people were applauding me for saying what I had to say, and they agreed with it, and that I was walking in part of my purpose for doing it.
Because what are you going to do with what God has given you? So when you're refusing to flip the coin to the other side, you're saying, I know God has given me this other thing to do, but because our lives are not our own. And when we realize that when we flip the coin, flipping the coin is not even for us, but it's for everyone else and everything else that's connected to us.
This is true. This is very true.
So we all just got to every day, right? Get up and say, we're going to flip the coin.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm very proud of you because here's what I also know, that the I
Yep.
don't even want to call it the older we get, but it's no, I can't take it, right? The older we get more resistant to change and growth. We just do.
Right.
And I'm proud of you because you're like, you know what? Nope. I know what I used to be, but I'm watching you decide to flip the coin. And I've watched it over the last couple of weeks. You're flipping it faster. You're flipping it faster. So before it might have taken you like a month to flip the coin, right?
True.
Then it went to like 3 weeks to flip the coin. And then it went to like 2 weeks to flip the coin. Now you're flipping it faster. So I
Yes.
want you to celebrate the fact that you're opting and you're choosing to flip the coin faster.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
You don't have to say, well, I'm just not at the point where I just flip it without thinking. That's not the factor. The factor is you used to not flip the coin and you used to have to weigh out like all of this stuff. And now you're like, okay, but I am flipping it faster, not as fast yet as I would like to get to, but I do recognize I am flipping the coin fast, flipping the coin faster.
Right.
So please celebrate that, okay?
Yes. Yes, I will.
And talk about that.
Yes.
And I would encourage you even to talk to the people that are your peers to say, you know, you guys, we often get stuck because of where we are. And we think because of our age that it means that we don't require any change in our lives. But I'm realizing that just because of our age means nothing. We don't have to stay stuck in a place that we've been in because we feel like we have the right because of our age.
Absolutely.
Make it a topic.
Absolutely. That's good. That's good. Because I don't feel my age.
Of course not. You look amazing. You feel amazing. And so now you got to start saying, okay, this is not about me. Even the live is not about me. But
Right.
it's about someone else who could be touched by my story.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
Proud of you. Everybody's cheering you on. Thank you so much for jumping on. All right. Good night, everybody. So listen, we start next week on chapter 3. Oh my goodness, of The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. Listen, make sure you're inviting somebody to be here with us. You guys, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, and no matter what you're going through in life, you guys, you always must remember that you can live again, laugh again, hope again, dream again, bling again. You most certainly can bling again. So have a bling-tastic evening. Have a bling-tastic week, you guys. Be kind to one another and do a good deed. We'll see you on chapter 3 next Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Ed Mylett's The Power of One